All right, good afternoon. Welcome back to the interview room here at Little Caesars Arena as we continue to preview the 2024 Midwest Regional. We're pleased to be joined with the Tennessee Volunteers. Fellows, congratulations on reaching the Sweet 16 here in Detroit. We're joined from your left to your right by Jonas Aidoo, Dalton Knecht, and Jahmai Mashack. We will open the floor for a Q&A here shortly, but just as a reminder, please make sure you are silencing your cell phones, speaking directly into a microphone. We do have mic holders on either side of the room, so we can appropriately transcribe the press conferences via ASAP Sports. With that, we'll jump straight into the Q&A for the student athletes, starting with Larry on the left.
Dalton, can you reflect on your journey from junior college, Northern Colorado, and now you're here, and you hope that maybe you're an inspiration to high school players that aren't, showered with a lot of offers, or people who are thinking about transferring out?
Yeah, I'd say I made a lot of people's. There's some people are not the highest rated players and stuff like that, and it just shows like you go a different route, going JUCO and stuff, and like you said, hitting the transfer portal, I hit that too. So, you can make multiple ways to get to one of the best programs in the nation. So I think it just shows that you don't have to be the highest rated kid.
Second row on the left.
Rob Lewis with Jahmai, I asked you last week after the game in Charlotte, did it feel different? Did it feel like Orlando last year? Can you compare the team's feeling today compared to the day before you played in New York last year? Level of confidence, level of preparedness.
I've always been a confident player. I feel like everybody on our team last year and this year have always been confident. So I wouldn't say the confidence level was different. I would just say probably, I think the fact is like we're healthier. We're healthier. We have people able to play. We have people available. We have more depth. And I just think we are going into it knowing that nothing has to change. We don't have to adjust to anything. We don't have to do anything different than what we've been doing all year, which I feel like is important for us as a team. It's just making sure that we're all on the same page. And the fact that we've gotten this whole year to grow and to come together and to really like learn each other's game and really be comfortable with that, I think it's just going to go to show as we play more games and as we get to where we are now, that it's all going to come together in big moments like this.
Flip it over to the right side in the first row.
And off of the both of you, Dalton, I wanted to add on to that, as kind of a high school underdog athlete, if you could go back 5 years until that version of yourself with 0 offers, one thing, what would you say?
I'll just say, stay in the gym as much as you can. You'll chase your dream, and everything will happen for a reason. Hard work pays off. That's the one thing I'd say. Hard work pays off.
Additional questions for the student athletes, please. Go back to the first row.
I guess for all of you, kind of coming full circle from the beginning of the season to now, you grow on the court, but off the court, as young men, you grow as well. You're student athletes. How would you say you've grown the most off the court? What has the season taught you?
Let's start with Jonas on that one, please.
I'd say from the Italy trip, that's when we truly started to bond off the court because, we spent so much time with each other, in other countries, just learning about each other. So I feel like from there on, we just kept growing into brothers for real from there.
Dalton?
Yeah, I would say for me it was when I first got on campus, all these guys, like Zakai and stuff, we'd all go get food and stuff and created that bond early. And then when everyone got on campus, we was all, playing video games or going out and getting food or just staying in the locker room after practice.
And Jahmai?
I just think, I think just the bond of having the tough games that really showed our competitive spirit, and I think the tough practices as well. When you have different games like that, it really builds and it shows a team's true character, and it brings your teammates together. And I think that's what happened to us throughout the season. Obviously, we started really well. We had a really good season overall, but there were certain games and certain stretches where, we were still trying to get to know our teammates and our strengths and our weaknesses. And I think going through those games really helped us trust each other more on and off the court. And I feel like if you have that bond off the court, on the court, it's going to be, extremely easy. So I think with that being said, this whole year has just been a journey for everybody. And I think, we wouldn't take it back for anything. And this is why we want to keep continuing to get farther and farther in this tournament, just to justify what we went through this whole year and that it was worth it. So I think just showing how those losses and how those close games and those tough games really build character and really build togetherness.
Back to the first row here on the right side, Larry.
Can each of you share with me one thing that has jumped out from the scouting report or watching film from Creighton that has your respect?
We'll go right down the line here. Jonas first.
We know they're a really good offensive team, and they like to get up a lot of threes. So, we got to take pride as being the best defensive team in the nation, which we believe we are, and just locking on that side of the scouting report.
Dalton.
Yeah, like Jonas said, they're a great offensive team, but also they make sure that they don't foul and get teams to the foul line. So that'll definitely be something that we'll need to watch out for.
And then Jahmai.
I think they both made like really great points. Definitely a high offensive team that wants to get a lot of threes up, wants to get out and run. And like DK said, they don't want to foul. They kind of want to stay back. They don't want to force a lot of turnovers. They just want to kind of force you into a short shot clock. But I think the thing that's going to get us the edge on the game is what Jonas said is taking pride in our defense. And if whether we're hitting shots or not, if our defense is where it's supposed to be, we can create offense in transition. Where I feel like that's where we're the best at is getting out in transition, creating easy layups, getting to the foul line. And I think as much as they've had their tall center down low, being able to feed Jonas the ball and being able to feed our big guys the ball, just trying to get them points and maybe get him in foul trouble, but just trying to use everybody on the court and space the floor out and really just run our offense.
Let's go back to the left side in the second row.
West River 24/7 Sports. Jonas, when you kind of study Kalkbrenner, their big guy on film, sort of, what have you seen from him, and what have you learned from some of your matchups this season against some of those sort of really big guys that you played?
I mean, I watched. He's pretty big. I mean, he's about 7'1", 7'2", 270. I mean, I played. Pretty much every single big in the nation that's like really top rated. So I feel like I've prepared for this moment. Just to help my team. Lock in defensively and offensively on the scouting report.
Any other questions for these guys? Okay, seeing none. Thanks, fellas. We'll see you tomorrow.